Good afternoon, Minecrafters. This is Monday, June 9th, 2025. We are live here at the Gargamel house or cottage, and it's raining. So I hope you guys are having a good Monday. Let's see if I can get to the top here. You can see some of Gargamel's face. Let me see if I can. I think that's his ear and his eye. uh, there you go. That's what I was trying to shoot for last week, but I need to get his face a little bit. I don't know, it's not too bad, but I think I need to get a little bit taller. Let's see here. I can't really see it from here. Let me see if I can grab some shut eye, and then this rainstorm will be over. You can see a little bit of his face right there. Here's his where the crosshairs is at. That's the eyelids closed, his ear, eyebrow, hair, nose is in the front, and mouth. But yeah, it's got to be made a little bit bigger. So that's why I'm going to go into the Nether today, is so that we can get out to the Mesa Biome and get more terracotta for his face to make it bigger. Because it looks like it's kind of squashed, uh, and it's hard to read his face that way. What I mean by read artist, when you do a picture or a piece of art, you want to make it so that it's big enough and exaggerated enough that anybody that sees the painting can understand what it is. So that's what I got to work on today. But before we get started, let's go over the national day counter real quick. Let me make sure I can get rid of some of this stuff too. Let's see here. I'll put some of the stuff in here for now, and then we'll come back afterwards. I'm gonna probably have to get some ice too. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, it's really. I think that might be the Mesa map. Let me see. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'll keep this map. Well, actually, I think I'll keep the map and get another shulker for just for ice. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Get another one for ice. Okay. So anywho, let's go over the national day counter real quick. I probably need more rockets too. Let me get going here. Hold on. Yeah, I finally figured out how to control my joystick. The left joystick is going crazy, so if I just press down on it, it cancels out the drift. I'm gonna have to pull it apart and clean it out. I think that's where the rockets is at. Maybe not. Oh, you know what? It's in that other shulker that I just got rid of. Hold on. Sorry for not doing a proper greeting today. Trying to get situated. I might be out of rockets. Well, I'm curious to see if there's any ice in here. Nope. Okay. I wanted to do the national day calendar where you guys can actually see his face. Well, I'm going to have to do it from here because I don't have enough rockets to be flying around. So let me You kind of can see his face behind me. It looked like some type of ancient statue or something, man. Oh my god. Hold on. There we go. So today is June 9th. If you're born today, you share your birthday with, and happy birthday, by the way. You share your birthday with Thomas Jennings, born 1791, black inventor of dry cleaning. Robert Clark Graham, born this day 1906, American eugenicist who founded the Repository for Germinal Choice. I don't know what that, I guess that means germs. Uh, Lester Poisfuss, spelled Poisfuss, born this day 1915, pioneer of the solid body electric guitar. Gibson Les Paul, that was Lester Poisfuss. Forrest Bird, born this day 1921, inventor of the first respirator and ventilator. Jack Leroy Jackie Wilson Jr., born this day 1934, musician known as Jackie Wilson, who's considered one of the most, let's go back here, one of the most prolific R&B performers. Gary Starkweather, born this day 1938, engineer and inventor of the laser printer. Gregory Maguire, born this day 1954, was the fantasy author, including the novel Wicked. That was by Gregory Maguire. So that's just a few of the folks born with you on this day, if today's your birthday. Also, today is National Earl Day. Yeah, I have no clue what that is. Each year on June 9th, we celebrate National Earl Day to honor those legends named Earl. While the name is becoming uncommon these days, those who have the privilege of becoming or named Earl deserve a shout out today. Oh, that's nice. The rest of us. National Strawberry Rhubarb Day, or excuse me, National Strawberry Rhubarb Pie Day. National Donald Duck Day. Salute the Donald Duck. There you go. I didn't know today's Donald Duck Day. So, folks, let me see here. Why is Donald Duck Day? Donald Duck made his first screen debut this day on June 9th, 1934 in The Wise Little Hen. So you can probably pull that up on YouTube. So The Wise Little Hen is the first movie or screen debut of Donald Duck was today. Pretty cool. So folks, got your Donald Ducks, your strawberry rhubarbs, your Earl, and happy birthday, folks. If today's your birthday, June 9th, 2025, and say hello to our friends, the mushrooms. Mushrooms? Let me see what. You know what I'm saying. So let's go ahead and go over to the portal. I don't want to fly because I'm out of rockets. Oh, I'm gonna have gunpowder in one of these. Let's go check to see. I know one of these I had gunpowder. I should bring the fish with me too, just in case I gotta do some type of XPing or whatever. If I go into regular survival mode, I have to start eating. Oh, there's my rockets. Never mind. Never mind. That was a close one. I should bring that with me too. Alright, but we need to go get some ice, I think. Let's do a fly around again. So you can see there's the beginning of Gargamel's head. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of squashed. Looks like a shrunken apple. Back in the 70s, there was a kit to make shrunken heads using an dried apple. And guess what? That kind of looks like that. See what I mean by squashed? That's too squashed. That's too squashed. So I'm going to have to get more terracotta and make his head longer, taller. We can do it. See, that's his lips. It's supposed to be his lips. The wood there is supposed to be his eyes closed, so it's like his eyelashes, and the square on top is like his eyelid, and that's supposed to be his nose. See, if I made it taller, it would be the nose would be more pronounced. It kind of blends in too much, but the rest of it looks good. It just got to make it taller. Then I definitely had to add the wool in here to get his legs longer, and then the red wool for his feet. But it's not bad. See how his like leg is bending? It's supposed to be legs crossed, laying on the table, and then his arms folded over his chest or his belly. So it's kind of getting to where I want it. And then his cat Azrael is going to be underneath the table. Okay, so we're going to need a lot of terracotta, but first I want to make a proper ice road out to darn it, out to the Mesa Biome. Before we go, I'll show you the Smurf house. This is supposed to be one of the few houses in this community that will be the Smurf village. And then of course there's Gargamel's. Usually Gargamel's not that close to the village. His whole thing is to go find the Smurf village, and I just did it out of simplicity's sake. Okay, now I'm stuck. Nice, nice. So over the weekend, I had one of those lost weekends of just playing. Oh my God, Warzone! I was playing Warzone Battle Royale. Man, it's so good. Now I don't really play a lot of Battle Royales. I don't know the proper methods of playing because usually I played what's called DMZ or the Demilitarized Zone from Warzone 2, and there's a different methodology with that. So with Battle Royale, you can get it's called a loadout. It's where you carry your weapons and or your choice of weapons for the match, and usually you can carry like a sniper rifle and a smaller, like either a handgun or a small little Uzi. But I watched Stone Mountain 64, and he was talking about like a submachine gun, and I'm like, I don't think the loadouts allow you to do that. And then it dawned on me. Well, he actually said it, but then it made sense. Um, you just get two loadouts, and then you just drop the handgun that you had with the sniper loadout, and you add the Uzi. I mean the SMG, and I was like, oh my god, it makes perfect sense because I couldn't understand how he was using an SMG with a sniper. I'm like, that don't make sense. You can't do that. You can do anything really if you put your mind to it, I guess. But you see how big this ice road is here? See, and the other side has to have stone brick as well. If you can see here. See, this is the stone brick for the wall. It's supposed to be like a subway tunnel. I don't want to do both sides of the wall with the stone. I just want to lay ice all the way down to the Mesa biome. So what I want to do is grab as much ice as possible. Now I don't know if I have any ice to use. So what I'm going to do is go check my storage and see if I have any, and we'll go from there. So if you have never been here before, this is the world spawn where I first came into this world. The tower that we're in is the Cleric Tower, and right over there is the Honor Hall where subscribers and followers of my YouTube and Twitch have statues. So down inside here is our storage area. So let's check to see if there's any ice that I can use. Like I said, if not, I'm going to have to go mine some. And that's not too far from here. Let me go get another shulker, an empty one. And while I'm down here, I'm going to check to see if there's any ice in these chests down here. Nope. I might have used a few of the that I had in storage. Just a bit. Just a bit. There's a little bit there, but not enough. Alright, we're going to go do a little bit of mining for ice. There's a couple stacks. Not a lot. Built busy making their brew. I think we missed our turn at Albuquerque. So where I usually go for ice is actually near this village over here. But you know something? I have a North Pole city, and that's near an ice flow. So there might be some ice over there that I've already mined. So I could check that real quick before we go to the village. So this is, if you've ever seen the Polar Express movie, this is my version of the Polar Express inside of a tunnel waiting to take us to the North Pole City. So of course there's going to be a portal that'll take us right there to the city. Alright, let's see if we got anything good in here. I think it's a lot of regular blocks for building. Yep. But as you can see, there's tons of ice here. Ooh. So here's the This is the Polar Express. I love saying that. So this is the front of the engine. Let me do a fly around so you get a well, let me make sure I got enough Okay, let me change my wings out. Hold on. 1 second. I want to make sure because I know I had a few of elytra that needed to be repaired, so I think I repaired all of them. All right. Yeah. There's a couple of ways you can get extra supplies and whatever item you want. Either you make it. There is a way of duplicating, but I don't know if I haven't done that in such a long time, and I wouldn't advise it because the files of your game I think get corrupted if you keep doing that. So, but yeah, I was always afraid when I was playing regular survival that I wouldn't have enough um, elytra. So I went and found a way of duplicating, and but I'll be honest with you, after doing that, I had a lot of issues with my game getting corrupted. So yeah, it's not one of the best ideas if you can find a way of avoiding it. Let's put it that way. Let's put these in first, and then I'll put that one in last because I don't have a lot of unbreaking on my elytra except for the one I'm wearing and what's left in that shulker. So I want to make sure I know which one it is. All right, let's throw on my this newer elytra so I don't ruin the one I have on me. And always safety first. I'm going to throw my helmet on. I don't really need to because I'm in peaceful mode, but you never know. So there's the train. I could put 2 more cars on that. But this is the city right here, the platform I got, and this is part of the Great Christmas Tree in the city. But there's the train engine. This is the coal car, and then the passenger car. There's the seats. Then you come out, and it's supposed to be the tall. If you've ever seen the animated movie, there's a giant city on the North Pole, big buildings, then the giant Christmas tree and all that. I'm hoping every Christmas I'll come out here and add more to this build. You can see where there's a line going out that way. It's all supposed to be part of the same platform. As you can see, it's another mushroom island. So this way, I was thinking if you're in survival mode, there shouldn't be any mobs on the mushroom island. So this would be a real safe place to make this city. Plus, they'll be filled with villagers and what have you eventually. I do have a makeshift storage area over here, and I'm wondering if there's any ice in there. Okay. Okay, that says it all. There's a good mountain over there. Let's see if I can take some of this out over here. Might be some ice here. I was doing some work in the Nether, which is connected to this area, and I wonder if I had mined any ice over here. Hold on. Well, a little bit, not enough. All right, so let's take out an area. I don't want to. I like all these different like ice mounds. It's kind of neat, but I don't want to get lost either. Okay, let's first take out this little one here and see what happens. And that's the thing, when you break ice and stuff, you gotta use Silk Touch. I'm gonna probably need a couple of stacks, but I'll be honest with you, I have to widen that tunnel, so more than likely I won't be able to lay a lot of this ice down right away. I think we got a polar bear here. Thank God we're in peaceful mode. Usually the bears, the snow bear, polar bears don't attack. Only if they have, like if it's a mother bear, that's when they'll start attacking. That's only if you're in survival. I already got a stack and I haven't even knocked this whole place down yet. It's kind of neat at night, not having to worry about mobs. It might seem weird how I'm doing this, moving back and forth. Like I said, I got a messed up joystick on my controller. So I'm trying, it wants to go the opposite way where I want to go. So I'm kind of fighting the joystick. Oh, I guess I'm filled up. Hold on. So I've had this joystick, I want to say over a year, maybe 2 years, and after a while, it tends the inside. There's a disc where the finger stick sits on top of, and that disc gets sometimes it gets dirt or whatever inside of it, or dust. I think it's mostly dust, not dirt, but dust, and it can't make contact the proper way, and then you have this situation where it is taking signals that it shouldn't be. So you have to, every once in a while, most people would probably just buy another controller, but I can't afford it. So there are tutorials on YouTube. You just take it apart. For a warning, I'm not suggesting you do any of that. That's just what I do. You don't have to do what I do. For you younger viewers, just remember, if you take it apart, you've got to put it back together again. So make sure you know what you're doing before you do anything. Follow the proper instructions. But there are tutorials on YouTube on how to do it, and it's not that hard. Once you get it apart, you basically just clean the disc free of dust with rubbing alcohol. I think it's called isopropyl or something like that. It's a form of rubbing alcohol, and it dries very quickly. And then you put it back together, and it should have better response. And that'll save you having to buy a whole nother controller. This is a different way of accessing the Nether portal. Okay. So let's go over to the entrance to the Mesa Biome roadway, and we'll make a path wide enough to throw some ice down. Oh, and for Fortnite, there was a Death, uh, Death, Death Star sabotage event that's going to lead into this whole hero update with Fortnite. And then that happened over the weekend. And right now, Black Ops or Call of Duty, I think it's Black Ops. They have the John Wick 5 Ballerina um, event, and there's different swag you can get from this event. So both of it was you never get out of your boat near a portal. It sucks that boat right in. Um, yeah, both events. I didn't do the Fortnite one. I didn't realize that was happening over the weekend. I was so caught up in the war zone. And yeah, so go check that stuff out. That looked really cool. There's streamers who actually showed it on their stream of the event, and it looks really good. So go check it out if you can. I gotta find my boat. Is that a spider? Oh, that's my boat. I thought that was a spider. I think this is a jungle area. What is this? This looks interesting. Hmm. Interesting. Let's see if this map matches this area. No, this is further down. I'll have to come back here and map this place out. This looks interesting. See if we can do a quick fly around. We're at 5128, 1045. Ooh. Love how it goes off the side of the hill. I think I was looking for, oh, what do they call those? Trial chambers. And that's why I was checking this area out, I think. But we'll come back another time because right now we've got to stay focused on the task at hand, as they say. I can't wait. So hopefully, I mean, don't quote me on this, but I'm hoping maybe next week this summer drop's going to happen. We have the happy gas and all that good stuff. Okay, now I'm lost again. 5128. And I have to go back 1045. Okay, there we go. There we are. There it is. Nice. Ooh. Yeah. All right. Oh, well, there you go. Interesting. East Aquatica. Oops. Shoot. I love the not having control over my joystick. Oh my god. It's got a mind of its own. Sorry about that, guys. Let me see if I have an item frame and try to see if these two maps are close to each other. Oop, what am I thinking? Okay, let's not do that. Should have a map thing. This might be it. Trying to remember how to make a item board. I think it's this. Put, boy, oh boy. Bear with me, guys. I think it's got to go. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, I think. I don't know. That looks a little weird right there. Maybe your armadillo goes on top and that goes down below. And that still don't look right. I think we're missing another map. It says pretty. The distance between the two is pretty far, I think. It's okay. That's all part of doing a Nether Hub is mapping out your territory too. All right, let's pick up this stuff and get into some digging. Okay, so this is where the ice road ends. You see how wide, excuse me, you see how wide this tunnel is? That's how wide I gotta make that tunnel there. So what I'm gonna do is Well, this is what I normally do until I figure out how I'm going to make the road that goes through the Nether or the Nether Hub. This is like that was temporary, the way I have the portal facing. I'm going to move it to the side and then eventually come back and make a room for this portal, but not for right now. But I am going to move it to the side so that way it's out of the way. And this is where the shulker comes in handy. Okay. Let me knock out these nether. Well, let me. This is going to be like. This is the road right here, so I can just move it to the side here. So. Let me use this pick because this suck touch thing is starting to get broken. Always make sure you have, even in peaceful mode, make sure you have some type of fire protection potion or whatever, golden apples, so that way if there's any lava that you dig into, you don't die. Now, in regular survival, you're not going to, that's going to be the end of the world unless it's hardcore. Hardcore, yeah, then you have to start a new world. But if you're in survival, you just respawn. But always remember to set up. Oh, I didn't realize there was a tunnel down there. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm a little confused. Interesting. I wonder where that tunnel goes. Probably was the first tunnel I made where the ice is at right now. I'm just. I apologize. I just don't remember. Ooh, that's interesting. I just don't remember that tunnel being there. Curious to see where this goes. It probably goes right back to. It probably runs parallel with that ice road right next to us. I just never closed this, I don't think. Yeah, see, there's the ice road. Yeah, I think that's all. That's all it did. I can click. Yeah, it's kind of technically it's kind of useless, but it's okay because eventually I'm going to be putting in the corridor, and I might have to dig into here, so I'm not. Just leave it be for now. I was just curious where it went to. Also, you don't have to use 14 obsidian. You only need to use really 10 to make a proper portal. So I'm going to put that maybe right here actually. I don't want it too close to the road. So let me put 2 down here. Like, I guess like that. And there. Another one there. And then here. And then up by 5. That's 2, 3, 4. There's 5. And 2 across. And then connect it to the one down here. That's it. Make sure I turn it back on. There we go. Now I just gotta make this wide. So I guess I only made them too wide. So let's just go down. Yeah. Let me see how far that mesa is from here. I know it wasn't close. I can tell you that for sure. It wasn't that close. Came out here and then I gotta turn. Wow. That's why I want to put the ice right in, so I don't have to walk this every time. Be honest with you, this is the first Mesa Biome I've had in this world, and I've had this world since 2023. I think this is it. Let me just double check. Um, where's my sugar? I really hope that shulker is sitting back at that last portal and not broken and disappear and despawning. I would not. That would not be good. Those white particles mean there's a soul sand valley below with we call that bone artifacts. Or, yeah, bone fossils. Okay, there it is. Dude, you had me scared. My map should be in there too. Let me get my map out before I do anything. Alright, and let's go back before I start digging this place out. Yeah, white particles usually mean a soul sand valley, which has nothing but soul sand, bone, fossils, skeletons, gas, endermen. Then you might see as you're running through the nether like I'm doing, red particles or pink particles flowing sideways. That might be the warp forest. If it's coming straight down like dripping, that's lava above you. So yeah, don't dig up if you see drips coming down from above. I've been watching Stone Mountain 64 today. His channel. They're checking out Slipgate, Split. Hold on, Splitgate 2, and it reminds me a lot of Halo in a way. Yeah, this is off the map too. Hmm. Okay, this is 6028 276. 6028 276. I was going to hop on my rockets and take a look around, but stuff started to render in. So it's just a big jungle area. Gonna have to come back here and investigate at another time. This is pretty cool, but it's definitely not on the map, that's for sure. And I made a pretty big map. Anytime I make a map, especially for the Nether Hub, I make it like gigantic. So this is what they call 4x4 zooming out magnification, and you can get quite a bit of coverage by doing that. Okay, we got to go this way where the piglin's at. And it should bring us to the mesa. Like I said, if you are in survival mode, make sure you're wearing gold because of that fact. If you come across piglins, they will attack you if you're not wearing gold. And a way to avoid any mobs in the Nether Hub is by throwing torches down. So if it's well lit in your Nether Hub, you shouldn't have any mobs spawning. And ice, they don't spawn in ice. Uh-oh. These guys, now these guys should, if I can just, there we go. Yeah, piglins, if they come into the overworld, they turn into zombie piglins. Hello. I think the mesa's over that way. Yeah, lower left-hand corner of the screen, you see the silver arrow that's spinning. Yeah, so we gotta go out that way to the mesa, but not right now. I want to make sure that we have access to out here. I love these camels. Oh my god. All right, let's go back and start making the tunnel. I will come back and eventually do a proper desert city, but not today. Okay, what I'm going to do, I don't want to start digging out from here. I want to dig out from the other end. So, uh-oh. I think it's this, yeah, this way. So that way, when we come, if I have to get more ice and I have to come back, that, I think you understand what I'm saying. I can use the boat instead of walking all the way out here. So, as soon as I get back, should be right back. It's pretty soon. I'm gonna start digging this out, and then I'll come back in if any thoughts pop in my head as I'm doing this. So, bear with me, guys. We'll try to get this done as fast as possible. So we found some netherite. Use that with silk touch, or pick that up with silk touch. Let me fill that part in. There we go. Oop. Move this to here. There we go. Always welcome. Again, we're in peaceful mode, but if we were in survival mode and I hit one of these guys, the entire nether would have attacked. So usually in peaceful mode, there, if you hit them, it's almost like what you call that, creative, where they won't hurt you. But I'm just the reason why I'm not hitting them is just I'm trying to be polite, trying to. Always be careful because you never know. Even though there's a block here that you're breaking, there could be a hole under it, a chasm, in fact. And if you're not looking down, you could actually fall like to the bottom of the nether without knowing it. The best way of mining, if you're unsure, is to crouch. That way, if you get to an edge, the game will allow you to fall because you're crouched. But I try to take chances, and I'm in peaceful mode, so I'm kind of going with it. Also remember, you have to break netherrack with a pickaxe. If you do it with your hands, you won't pick up any netherrack. Just so that you guys know. Hey, Val MC. Hey, hey, hey. I am so sorry, Val. I just noticed something told me just to, I had my phone facing down. I couldn't see the chat. Val, I'm so sorry, dude. If you were here, I wasn't paying attention. I gotta put that on the chat. Sorry, I didn't see you. I gotta turn the phone the other way so I can see it if anybody comes into my chat room. Sorry about that, man. I get caught up in what I'm doing here. All right, so I'm just gonna go and just lay this ice down until we get to the next portal, and we'll continue until we get to the mesa. Now, what I'm about to do in survival mode would have gotten me killed. Piglins do not like you opening chests around them, even shulkers. So they would have attacked me if this was survival. Just putting that out there so you guys know the do's and don'ts when you're playing in survival mode, especially in the Nether. The Nether is some serious stuff. The entire Nether, every single mob, if you trigger them, will attack, and it's hard to get back in. It's called like griefing, mob griefing, and I forget what the rule of thumb is for the amount of time that you have to wait before or go away like 200 blocks and then come back for the griefing to be over. Yeah, it's pretty bad, or at least it used to be. It used to be pretty horrible. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's why it's not the best of ideas. Whoop. Best of ideas to have holes like that. It's kind of like you need a fence if you slip into those little holes. Let me see if I can fill those in. I didn't realize I had a little bit of ice left. Let's see if we can fill this in before I go back and get more. Um, it is almost 3:30 my time, so about 4 o'clock I'm going to call it a stream. I know I put on my Twitch that 10 a.m. is my normal schedule. I haven't been on that schedule for almost like 6 months or so, man. And reason why I haven't switched it to this time is because I'm trying to get back. That's the proper time I should be on, is that time. And so I figure if I just leave it there like that, then eventually, I don't know. I know I should. It taunts me. It should as a reminder that I should be doing that time of day for streaming and not in the afternoon. But it's really like when I do Uber and I get back, I am so wound up. It's hard for me to go to bed early, and it just drives me nuts. I haven't found a happy medium yet. One day I will. It'll happen. Let me try to fill it. Like I said, let me fill this stuff in because I don't want to get stuck in a hole. Yeah, the shulkers you can use any pickaxe I think to pick it up. I know you don't need a silk touch pickaxe for sure, but as far as any pickaxe, I don't know. I'll have to Google that so I tell you guys right. Let me just do a double check since I am saying that. In Minecraft, can you pick up a shulker with any pickaxe? Yes, you can break a shulker box with any pickaxe in Minecraft. You don't need a specific type of pickaxe or a special enchantment like Silk Touch. But I do know for Ender Chest you do. Just putting that out there. Alright, I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna drop this what I'm thinking about. Let me put this obsidian in here. Actually, we're going to be digging more obsidian, so I'll scratch that. I'll put that when we're done. At the end of the stream, I'll put the obsidian in its proper shulker. I'm going to drop the nether rack off in the world spawn. And then we'll go over to the ice, to the North Pole City and get more ice. And we'll continue. So, if you guys have not been to my spawn before, my world spawn, I do. Oh, let me go up top here. I started making about a couple of years ago Iron Forge, similar to World of Warcraft, and that's where my smelting um, mega super smelter is located. So if I need anything smelted in large quantities, that's where I go. This is the honor hole. So if you are a new subscriber on YouTube or a follower on Twitch, you'll get a statue here, just like V Davy 2015. If I can stop moving, and Rejected Penny 14. And there's all the followers. You can have a statue here too, as long as I can see the name listed. Um, I'll get you guys a statue. Down here's the library. All the enchanted books go. Our friends Hermie and Irish Spring, Colonel, Cherry, they get pushed around from the um, villagers when they're walking around. Billy Shakes, Patio Tool. I know I got another guy around here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Jules Verne. There you go. Let's head on down. I gotta go further. This is the ocean. Hopefully I can get this where you can be able to see out into the ocean. Be kind of neat. I gotta dig all this out yet to get down into Iron Forge and to make the library deeper. And then down in here is the super smelter. Well, first I'll show you Iron Forge real quick, and then I'll show you the super smelter. So this is a beacon that I use for digging out this place. And this is the beginnings of Iron Forge. If you ever played World of Warcraft, there's the pillars. It's like a dwarven city. And there's the giant pillars, the ceiling, the, I don't know what you call it, the like buildings inside the Iron Forge that are along the wall or built into the wall. And then you have the walkways going out either way through the tunnels. And then there's like a river of lava down the center. I don't know when I'm coming back to work on this because this is pretty extensive. I guess when it inspires me to do so, we'll come back. I really like to, you know, what really connects me with this place is Halloween. I don't know why, but it always seems like, or Christmas, because that's the holidays in World of Warcraft that they usually celebrate. Different things is in Ironforge, which is pretty cool. All right. Oh, and speaking of World of Warcraft, this fall they're going to be having player housing, which is pretty amazing. This is the super smelter. I have like 64 different furnaces in here, and this is by Shulkercraft on YouTube. So if you want to make something similar to this, go to Shulkercraft on YouTube. I did this. I can't remember exactly what video I did this, but this was all my live streams go up on my YouTube channel, and this is more than likely within 2023 I did this. I don't know when though. So once you pop in the material that you want smelted, these mine carts will drop them off at the furnaces. But since I have joystick drift, it's hard to navigate. So bear with me until I get to the top here. So right there, this chest is where you put stuff in. That chest is where stuff after they get smelted comes to. And all the empty, I have lava that I feed into the furnaces, and the empty buckets come back here. So let me open up this shulker real quick. Whoop. I don't want to fall off this block. And we'll continue. That's because I'm crouched. And while I'm thinking about it, let me throw some lava in here too, just to make sure that this thing has enough fuel. So the river of lava in Ironforge, I made it into a lava farm. So all you gotta do is go underneath and click each cauldron that's a light gray color, and you'll get the lava out of it. So now I know my inventory is filled up. I'll go dump the filled buckets in the fuel receptacle and continue. Just make sure when you go to dump this stuff, you're standing. Because if you're crouched and you're holding lava and you dump it, it's going to pour on everything. Let me get the buckets ready here. Try to open the chest without holding the lava bucket. That's the other thing I wanted to say too. Well, this is easier. Just do it this way, like that. Now there's mine carts that's going to deliver the loaded buckets to the furnaces. Also, I have to turn this on in order for the stuff to go back up to the other chest. Now, in the Shulkercraft build, they don't need to do this type of mechanism, but in Bedrock, for whatever reason, the timing is different. Shulkercraft, their platform is Java, and I build in Bedrock. So I have to add a clock to the dispensers to send it back to the chest. So we're going to continue doing this until I get these emptied out. That happens every once in a while. One of those mine carts, they get stuck on these corners. And I think that's because it's so confusing is because of the redstone. And I think one of these, yeah, that thing up there, I don't know why, but it causes that to get stuck. Give me a couple of minutes, guys. I gotta go bring groceries in. I'll be right back. Thanks, guys. Sorry about that. Had to go and bring groceries in. Hopefully, if you're watching this in the future, uh, you can just fast forward. See if I can get the rest of this. Yeah, never click anything with with a loaded bucket of lava. Okay, that should be plenty of buckets of lava for this thing. Yeah, I really want to come back down here. I left this project go for a long time. I would really like to get a little further along with this place and have some villagers down here, make it a little bit more lively than what it is right now. So we will. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Maybe we'll come back to it soon. Oh, there's a bat. All I need is a baseball. What? That was a dad joke. That was a dad joke. All right, let's see if. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Make sure that's. Oh, we're missing it all together. Where is it? Oh, it's all back. Okay, it's all good. Everything's back. Beautiful. We should have a lot more. Yep. Pick that up. And head back and grab some more ice. Always turn your redstone off if you're leaving an area. That way, if you're playing on bedrock, that way you know for sure this stuff is not going to break and it'll be running next time you come back. As they always say, don't mind our dust. Still building the library. It's going to get there one day. See the bookshelves over there? Let me throw a bed down real quick so we have some sunshine. Okay, since it's 4 o'clock right now, even though I stole about 15 minutes bringing groceries in, let me try to finish this ice road if I can, and we'll go back to the top. And I'm going to drop off this stuff we picked up, the netherite and stuff over here in storage, so I don't forget. And then one day I'll be saying, where is that stuff I found the other day? Lava chicken, Fletcher, Iwata, farmer who needs a name tag, and this is the tavern. I need to get tables in here. So I haven't figured out quite yet if that's going to be the dining area or the kitchen. And then this, I think I really wanted this to be the dining area, so it would overlook the outside here, have a big view, all that good stuff. stuff of out there. I need to really populate this world spawn with a lot more villagers. That shadow's coming from the blimp. It'd be interesting if the new shaders can work on my Xbox One with the vibrant visuals. Yeah, the summer drop, it's called Chasing the Skies, so that's going to be really, really cool. Yeah, let me go on this way. This exterior here has to be finished, as most of my projects. Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of work that has to be done in this area. The Fletcher, I wanted to have his own village over here with the woods and stuff and the forest, and like a hunter's type of village over there. There's that main bridge, the Asian shepherd's house over there. Okie dokie, let's drop this stuff off and go grab some more ice and then try to finish that road before the stream's over. Now the way I'm putting this stuff in here, I can really admit it's haphazard, but eventually I'm coming back to add more storage to this area and put things in its proper place. These chests here are what they call, or what I call, overflow. So, yep, always more to do. Let's head over to the ice or the Polar City, and then we'll get this job done for today. Little view out back here before we go. In fact, the Ice City is, or North Pole City is out that way. It's right out there. As you can tell, the interiors have something to be desired. I really got to do better on my interior work. I just try to hurry and get the outside done, and I always try to come back to do the interiors, and I never do. But I'm trying to make a point this year to do better, proper interiors if I can. If you're curious on how to do Minecraft interiors for living spaces and stuff, there are thousands of these videos on YouTube, tutorials on how to do interiors, all different ideas. It's fantastic. Since I don't have to go that far. Nope, that's not it. I gotta put signs out here. if you can see out there, that those village houses, that's all part of that village that's close to my base. So you can see where the perimeter of world spawn is close to this. Because of the distance between my world spawn and here, you can't really see the perimeter of this place, but if you can see the villages over there, then you can tell that's where I don't have my map on me to show you, but that's where the peninsula comes out. That's how far as it comes out. All right, let me grab this ice and we'll continue. Okay, I guess I didn't listen to my own. I did all that without the silk touch. Yeah, yep. Don't ever do that. Always use silk touch when you're grabbing ice. So if you were wondering why there were weeds growing on ice cubes, that's why. It was a dirt. I wonder how deep this thing is underneath. That's pretty crazy. Interesting though. I do have a ocean monument near here too, by the way. It's right by the North Pole City. That was another interesting thing for this area is that there was an ocean monument covered under the biome here, which is pretty wild. Um, what I might do on the next stream, but I'm gonna probably have to um, get my tools repaired and stuff, is show you guys how to make an ice farm. I don't think I've ever did an ice farm in this world, so I think that would be kind of cool. I'll leave it like that. I think that should be enough for now to get where we at least finish the stream for today, and then we'll be back on Wednesday and pick up where we left off. I would also like to, whatchamacallit, finish the drown farm if I could. And I guess, I don't know if I'll do that Wednesday or not, but we'll have to wait and see. The other thing I would like to build when it comes to an ice biome, they have these things called ice spikes. Look that up on Google. And it's a tower of ice with a big like ball at the top of it almost, or spear at the top of the tower. And I've always wanted to build something with that, make like an ice village. That would be so cool. I haven't seen anything like that in this biome, but I don't think I've really explored this area, so I don't know. But that would be very cool. All right, we're going to take this down to where we left off on the ice road, and we'll call it a stream after that. Sorry about that. I didn't realize the mic was not muted. I could actually make a like some villagers down in here would be kind of cool, like a train station. Make a little living quarters and stuff for them here. That would be really neat. So make the place look a little bit more lively. The reason for the cactus is I'm supposed to put cactus near each one of these stop off places or portals or rooms, so that way I don't have to do this. um, yeah, so eventually I should fill this in. Well, I don't know Nether, but I should fill that in too. But yeah, that's the idea with the cactus. It's so that I can automatically break the boat, but I haven't done it for all the different portals. like we did the other portal, I'm going to move this to the side so that the ice road doesn't get interrupted. Eventually I'll make a room for this place too. I would love to come back here when I get more scaffolding and investigate what is on the nether floor. That would be so cool. I don't know if I was muted the entire time or not, but what I was just saying is don't break a boat near a portal or you will go through this insanity of the boat being sucked into the portal. But we're going to end the stream in the desert village, and then we'll be back on Wednesday. Let's grab some shut-eye. That way, when I end the stream, we'll be in the sunlight. The mace is out that way, but I need to get stuff fixed before I start digging into the terracotta. Wait a minute, that's not a bed. That's a camel. Hello, sir. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. About 3 or 4 updates ago, when I try to lay down in the bed, it sounds like a note block playing. That is so weird. Let's look at the camels. They are presently lounging. I'm hoping. That's enough said. So let's turn around here. Let me take my helmet off and find you guys a raid, and we'll be back here on Wednesday. Thank you very much for stopping by. Make sure you check out my YouTube channel, The Big Red 1967. I have a Discord link and a world download link in my community posts. So check out my community tab and you can have the link. If the link is bad, let me know and I will renew the link. Okay, we have for raid today is SXUTT8 Scoot, I guess. JLI89 and the Ricky Roy. The winner is let's go with Ricky Roy. Play it safe. with the letters S and X together, I don't want to mess with that. And I apologize if I don't know. I should investigate the stream, but I don't have time right now. So let's go with the safe bet, and that would be Ricky Roy. Alright, Ricky Roy is doing his thing. We're going to start the raid and say hi to Rick when you go in. We'll be back here on Wednesday. I shoot for 10 a.m. I really do. I try to shoot for 10 a.m., but unfortunately, that's not how things go. So I will post on my Twitter if I'm going to be late, which I always do, and my Discord. Alright guys, have a great Monday. I will see you back here on Wednesday.